It is time to talk about the law and the news with WATE 6 on your sides. Legal analyst Greg Isaacs. As always, thanks for coming in.
Lori, it's good to be here.
Doing things a little bit differently. We're at the alert desk today, and we're talking about a case that so many of you have been shocked and saddened by, and that is the case of baby Joe. As you know, we talked a lot about his dad, Joseph Daniels, recently convicted in the last few days in the child's murder, even though the body of baby Joe was never found. So first, Greg, walk us through the punishment that Joseph Daniels is facing.
Well, this case has gripped the state of Tennessee. This 5-year-old autistic child that was nonverbal, I was going to say allegedly, the jury said killed by his father. Joe Daniels was convicted of first-degree felony murder for aggravated child abuse and neglect, second-degree homicide following a false report, and obstruction of justice, including the aggravated child abuse. So at this point, Lori, he's looking at 51 years behind bars. When there's a sentencing hearing, obviously the judge will stack more time based on those other convictions.
But there is the possibility of parole, yes?
51 years is 51 years when you have a conviction for first-degree murder. In Tennessee, there's been some rumblings that might change with sentencing reform, but right now, 51 years plus for Joe Daniels. But it's interesting. So now what happens? The defense team has intimated they're going to file a motion for new trial.
And isn't that standard?
A lot of observers would, oh no, what happened? Yeah. But that's something standard in every criminal conviction. You have to file a motion for a new trial to preserve your issues for appeal. After that, there's a sentencing hearing. Then you have 30 days to file your notice of appeal to the Court of Appeals, and then look for error. And in this case, Lori, if you're the defense team, you better make sure you took your seatbelt off and stood up and objected, because every time there was circumstantial evidence about a homicide, hopefully those lawyers for Joe Daniels preserved the record, because again, no body, no crime was their theory. So, you know, what the prosecution did was use the statement that Joe Daniels made, where he confessed to hitting the 5-year-old with his closed fist, then almost immediately recanted. He failed a polygraph. But witnesses actually saw a 5-year-old in dirty pajamas 6 miles down the road. So there was some residual reasonable doubt presented in the defense. But again, there were issues that are unique to a case without a body. What was the postmortem interval, time of death, forensics, how did the child die? None.
Very quickly, we only have about 20 seconds left, but Crystal Daniels, the boy's mother, she faces trial next. Impact of the dad's case on her case?
On her case, well, aggravated child abuse and neglect is what she's going to face. Basically, under Tennessee law, failure to protect.
All right, Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lori.
And if you have a legal question, send it Greg's way. We'll see if he can clear it up for you. Email askisaacs@wate.com. And remember, we bring Greg on every Wednesday at 5:30.